Hello and welcome in today's history class. In our last class, we have seen that how British East India Company has taken direct control of Indian territories in Bengal. Now what happened next? Were they satisfied with the annexion of territories of Bengal or they wanted more? As they have tasted the fruits of benefits of territorial expansion in Bengal, they wanted to expand their control more. And for this, company used variety of political, economic and diplomatic methods to extend its influence. We will understand it with the help of timeline chart. The company appointed residents in Indian states. They started this after the Battle of Buxar. They were political, commercial agents of the British power or the company's power in the courts of Indian rulers. They serve and promote the interest of the company. Now, through these residents, the company started interfering in the internal affairs of Indian state, like they tried to decide who will be the successor or so on and so forth. Now, the next was the method of subsidiary alliance. It was introduced in 1798. According to it, Indian rulers were not allowed to have their independent army. They had to pay for company forces, that is, subsidiary forces. And if they failed to make the payment, then parts of their territories were taken away as penalty. According to the terms of subsidiary alliance, where Richard Wellesley, he forced the Nawab of Awadh to give away half of his territory to the company in 1801, and same was done with in Hyderabad also. Now let's see the next method, and that was the claim to paramountcy. Under Lord Hastings, new policy of paramountcy was introduced. It means company's authority was paramount or supreme. It is greater than the Indian states. Now this was used by the company to justify their policy of territorial annexation of Indian states. With this, we come to an end of our today's class. In other methods of territorial expansion, we'll take up in our next class. Till then, practice social distancing and enjoy good health.